What do you know about making the decision to homeschool? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can't get anywhere else about making the decision to homeschool. Hi, I'm Chris Chavez, the author of several books, including the Family Discipleship Bible. Me and my wife have 5 kids, and we've done everything from public school. We've done charter school. We've done university-style model where our kids are on campus 2 days and we're homeschooled 2 days. We've done 2 kids at public school, 2 kids at homeschool with a newborn. So when it comes to homeschooling, we don't know everything, but we've done quite a lot. So I'm going to share with you 5 things today that are going to help you out make your decision to homeschool or to not homeschool. Let me start by asking you a question. What is the command that God gives most often in the Bible? I'll give you a second to think about it. What is the command that God gives most often in the Bible? You got it? Fear not. That's what God says. It's not one of the 10 commandments. Over and over and over, God says, fear not. Don't fear. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Don't fear. You don't need to fear anything. God loves you. How many times has God just come through for you over and over and over and over again? So let me tell you a quick story. When me and my wife were getting into foster care about 10 years ago, one of the first things we did was we went to a class, and the thing they asked was, what are you afraid of? And automatically that sent us to figure out what is that we're scared of. Well, my wife had a fear that what if we foster a child for a long period of time and he leaves us? And you know what she didn't get? She didn't get the answer that said, that's not going to happen. God simply gave her the understanding of, hey, whatever happens, I'm going to be with you. And that's what I want to let you guys know. Whatever you decide, homeschool, He's with you. Don't homeschool, He's with you. That's who God is. No matter what you do, you don't have to fear. God's going to be with you. No matter what you do, God is going to be with you. I can't stress that enough. Whether you homeschool or don't homeschool, it doesn't matter to God in the sense of He's going to be there. He's always going to be there. You're not going to get away from Him. You're not going to escape Him. He's going to be there. So if you homeschool, if you don't homeschool, all you have to do is take a breath and relax and go, God's going to be with me, whether I go for it or whether I don't. Okay, so the first one, very simple. Don't fear. The second one, community. Now that can be defined several different ways. But let me be clear. I'm talking about the relationships you and your kids have with those around them. So that can be your church, that can be sports, that can be co-ops. There's different ways to have community, but you're all in different life stages. Some of you might have 1 child, you might have 2 children, you might have children in different grades doing different things, and that can impact how you do community. So you're really going to have to consider, am I able to give my kids what they need? Or can they get it at home? Some families thrive just together as a family unit. That's what they do. That's what they love to do. Some kids, they love the outside exposure. So you have to think, what do I have? Do I have what my children need? Or do I have what I want to give my children? So I want you to really think about community. I know it seems like it's not that big a deal, but it really is, because you're shaping your kids what it looks like, what you want them to be, or what you want them to think about when it comes to community. So really think about community. The third thing that you need to consider is being faithful. And let me frame what faithful means. Okay, in Romans 8, it says the one who could judge us is actually interceding for us. Jesus is your judge and He's for you. You need to understand this, because this is going to free you up. Nobody's your judge. The family you see on Instagram that has everything lined up for them and they're perfect and everything looks wonderful for them, they're not your judge. Whether you don't homeschool, those families that judge you are not your judge. Be free to make your own decisions. Be faithful to do what you think you need to do to raise your family. This is your family. No one's going to answer for them. You are. Be faithful. Understand that the one that can judge you is not judging. He's interceding for you. He is on your side. Be faithful. Remember, God is near you. He's with you. Fear not. I really want you to understand that being faithful is what's going to matter. Can you stand before God and say, I followed as best I could. I tried. It's enough. It is enough to be faithful. You don't have to homeschool. That doesn't make you super holy. And you not homeschooling doesn't make you wrong. You want to be faithful. Romans 8, read it. The one who could judge you is actually interceding for you. Now the fourth one, The fourth one is a little bit off of the spiritual side. It's just practical, educational goal. What is your educational goal? You need to think through, why am I doing this for my kids? Is it to shore up a foundation? Is it to slow down? Is it to speed up? Do you want your kids to have an individual education plan? When your kid is in special ed in the public school system, they make an IEP, an individual education plan. Well, when you homeschool, that's what you're doing. You're making individual education plan for each one of your children. So what's the goal for each child? Is it to go fast? That IEP that you come up for your child is going to drive you to find a curriculum that fits your kid. Remember, this is school. This is homeschool. So what is the goal? You need to find out what the goal is for your children. What is the education goal? This is going to help you. It's going to help you tremendously find the curriculum, because the curriculum is going to be what you're going to be doing on a daily basis. But you need to know how your child thinks. Are they tactile? Do they need to touch things? Or do they just pick up things on their own? Can they work independently? It's going to help you drive the curriculum, but you really need to know what your education goals are for each child. The last thing is simple. It's unity. You and your spouse need to be unified. Now this sounds simple, but it's very powerful. I've been both the support parent and the main homeschooler. And let me tell you what, being unified makes a difference, because there's days when it's tough and you need to have the support of your spouse to keep you going. Do you understand that? You need the support of your spouse to keep you going. You don't need them going, well, just quit. What you need is them to go, you can do it. This is what we've decided together. This is what we're doing. How can I help? You need that kind of support. So there needs to be unity. You can't have a spouse just punt and give you the responsibility. You need to have a serious conversation and say, hey, if we're going to do this, I need you in this with me. I need you to pray. I need you to go to God. I need you to say, hey, I'm in with you. I will do whatever I can do to support you. Let me know. If you don't have that, stop what you're doing. Pray until you get that unity. Please. You guys are a household. You guys are a family. You guys are displaying the gospel to your children. Be unified. All right, I want to give you a bonus. Go to Confessions of a Homeschool Mom. I found her channel and her website tremendously helpful in picking out curriculum and setting up a schoolroom. I have no affiliation with her. Like I said, Confessions of a Homeschool Mom, tremendous YouTube channel. Check it out. If you like this video, share it with a friend. But I also want you to consider subscribing, because in the next video, I'm going to talk about spiritual warfare and children. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be great.